After party. After party.
After
party.
After
party.
After party.
We know we can't sing. We know we can't sing.
Yes.
For the one that say y'all can't sing. We know we can't sing. This entertainment only. This entertainment only. So we gon' do us and you do you. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, I'm done.
You keep saying don't count.
Yep. Yeah. LY.
What's up, KOED fam? Welcome back to another video of Kourtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife,
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
and this is Kourtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationship reviews and entertainment. Tonight, we're gonna be talking about married at first sight, the after party. Yeah.
So if this is your first time joining, you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because as you can see, we like to have fun over here. And yeah, and that. And as y'all can see, we created our own after party t-shirt. Yay!
After party.
So, and in the corner it has hashtag married at first sight, mafs.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is our design. We had to come up with some because 99.9 of y'all,
What?
you are the father.
99.9 of y'all.
99.9 of y'all
Percentage.
love our after party. That
You got
little,
that
that little
1
sprinkle of bad one.
Ooh, y'all sound horrible. Hey, we ain't no Beyonce or no Michael Madonna like that. You know Mike Madonna is?
I do know who
Okay.
that is, but Beyonce. I'm not trying, honey, because your B-Hab is not finna come over here. But we not, we're not like, you know, like a Whitney Houston or what's her name, Hudson. We ain't like them.
Whitney Hood? Whitney Hood?
No, Whitney Hood.
We like Whitney Hood.
No.
She like Whitney Hood.
Jennifer Hudson. Like them people that can sing. You know what I'm saying? You know, Beyonce is an entertainer.
Yeah, I'm not no Marvin Gaye or no D'Angelo or no Maxwell or no Bruno Mars. You know what I'm saying?
You're not.
You don't have to. You don't have
Not
to
at all.
pile on.
So
there.
you
Like,
can go if you want a married at first sight. If you want a married at first sight T-shirt, just for the fun of it, that says after party, then you can go and purchase them because I'm gonna put them on our website. If you don't, then you can just watch us, honey, because we like to have a good time. And if you want to purchase makeup from the Lip Bar, y'all always know I do my promo. Go to TLB. You can use our link that's in the description below, TLB the Lip Bar, and get makeup. I'm wearing right now one of the lip gloss. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, you can use our promo code and get a discount. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. Thought I heard somebody ring the doorbell.
Ding dong.
Anyway, so what you thought about this after party? It was okay, right?
It was alright. You know what I'm saying? I really felt like the other guys really didn't hold Olajuwon accountable about how he talks to Katina.
Yeah.
They were trying to like, oh yeah, but no, I think they should have kind of held him accountable a little bit more.
All right, so and Katina, snap. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. That's the married first sight from yesterday.
Ooh, rerun.
I was wondering, I said, what is they doing, honey? Flip page. All right, so the after party was, you have Steve, you have Olajuwon, and you have Mark. No other special guests. So they showed the clips with Steve and Noy when they were talking about what as far as
The baby.
no, that was the clip. As far as when Noy was talking about posting on social media.
Oh yeah. And Steve has a good point. You know what I'm saying? And I remember me and you started dating. You used to kind of pointed that out, and I think I said something to you about it. Once you have like on your social media, you have a pretty good following. People keep up with your posts. Okay, you can tell when people have issues when they stop posting the picture of their significant other, or they went from married to complicated or something like that. So when you throwing random posts out there about, I should deserve better, people gonna start asking questions. You know what I'm saying? You can say, well, it's generic and it's not about you, but regardless to the point, it's gonna pique, people interest. You know what I'm saying? What's going on over there?
Especially when your post is saying I, instead of saying, you deserve better, never let nobody treat you different, yada yada. So you have to make it to where you're really encouraging somebody else and saying I.
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, and you brought up a good point. If you want to kind of play it off, you got some issues and you want to vent. You put but you try to project yourself, but you don't want to put it on yourself. Right. Just kind of play it off. Say you can do such and such. Don't say I deserve such and such. Say you deserve such and such. But there's a way you can vent that way without putting the spotlight on you.
Yeah, because then sometimes when you just say, like, I take random posts that it could have been in a season in my life that was 5 years ago, or encouraging, or somebody else may be going through that, and you may want to share it. And sometimes people may think you're talking about yourself in general, but you're not. So, but I think with Noah, she has not learned when you in a relationship, especially a marriage, that you can't do that. And I know sometimes we're so quick to go to social media to vent. A lot of people are. They're so quick to go to social media to vent, to get their frustration out. And then what's funny to me is when they vent, then you got 15,000 comments. Girl, what's going on? You okay? And they answer not a one of them.
Right.
I said, why is you even okay? You could have texted that to a friend or somebody. That part I can't stand because I think it's just for attention. But yeah, it's just a way that you have to do things, especially when you trying to vent, but you are in a relationship, because the nosy people, like I like to be sometimes, and like you was, he married to some. You just did that.
I'm not denying that. What
he
I'm about
married
to
to
say,
somebody else. What? When they got divorced? What?
Of course, you got to do your Facebook, your social media snooping and find out what's going on. And that's why some people got me blocked, because I snoop a little too much. Who got me blocked. But you remember when back in the day, I used to call you, say, hey, why you post that? You remember that? I actually said, I'm go ahead and take it down. I was like, yeah. Because I understand it was generic, but people see that as, what's going on with them?
I didn't care. Because I wasn't going through that. If they think that, fine. Because
but that's the same thing Noah's saying.
No. Noah doing it in the moment, and she's saying, well, that one about you, which she probably was lying. It really and truly was.
But you don't want to get the people the idea of something going on. So that's why I be careful nowadays of what I post.
But I taught him well.
But you were doing it too. I said, why you post that? People gonna think something going on. Well, it's not about me. It's not about us,
baby. You said, why did I post it? Because people are going to think that meant I was not in the moment of doing something. It was just a good quote or a good thing. You used to actually literally take your feelings and put them on social media in the moment. No. And I had to come back and say, dude, take that down.
Well, the thing is, you have to be mindful of what you post. I don't care if it's something generic, something out the blue. You have to be mindful, because it paints a different narrative. And the optics of it can be totally wrong. It could be something innocent, but some people take it for what it is.
And don't curve your
and once somebody gets started snooping, they go down your page and hit somebody else. Okay, what kind of connection they got with them?
And then they actually hit the like on some.
Yeah.
They snooping.
I said, oh man, they snooping. I got to block them. But the damage is already done. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
So Steve said that he don't know what's going on with Noah sometimes, most of the time. He said his family doesn't like the fact that she posts stuff, because they do follow her, and so they contact him like, man, everything okay? What's going on?
And like Steve said, I'm not just doing it for my benefit. I'm doing it for her benefit, because when you keep posting stuff like that, you paint yourself to be a different person in those people's eyes. Now his family are gonna look at Noah like, oh man, what's going on with her? You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to kind of keep everything squashed. You don't want your personal business on social media. But a lot of people do it,
Especially them stories, honey. Now and then people break news, such and such posted this, all in their story. They have a whole book in their story. So the stories is where it's at. You want to find out what's going on, folks? Go to them doggone stories.
I've seen people get married, divorced, and all types of stuff right there. I know their whole life story right there on social media.
Will be one.
Yeah.
Because people done see me go from that single life to that married life. And they was like, girl. So, yeah.
Yeah, the food she eat.
It's seen it all. Not everything. Because, see, I'm publicly private. So, yeah. Anyway, so they showed clips of the baby when Noy was talking about, you know, they want to have a baby within a year.
Steve said he's gonna go. Steve said he's gonna go half on the baby. Let's go half on the baby. Keisha said, how y'all gonna go to having a baby to not even want to live together? I didn't think of that last night, but that is a good observation.
Yep.
You know, 1 minute you don't want to live with the dude, now you gonna have a baby within a year.
Within a year.
Oh,
He said we're gonna live in separate places, and you know, but he was just playing.
Yeah, I hope he is.
Keisha asks, is Katina somebody you can have, you know, see yourself being the mother of your child? And he was like, of course, I'm married to her. She said, well, that don't mean nothing, honey. Folks get mad. Like, and she pointed down there to like Mark and Lindsay. That don't mean nothing, honey. Just because he was like, yeah, he can see that. So,
like I said, O has a different mindset, man.
So Keisha asked Steve about work, as far as work, and as you know, as far as the finances and stuff. So he said what?
He said, you know, he's straight, man. You know, he said he owned his, back in the day, well, in the past, he owned his own companies. He can start, you know, he did apps from scratch by himself. So he know how to make that money, okay? Legally, yeah. And when I first saw Steve on the show, I said, man, you know, I thought, you know, this dude, he don't want to work, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, I did say that. But after I saw him, you know, episode after episode and saw how he was moving, I said, this dude got money. He has money. And for him to used to have his own companies and start an app, he's an app designer and whatnot, it's going to be easy for him to have money. And he probably, like somebody said in the comments, dude probably a millionaire. You know, he designed his own apps and had his own companies. Or he probably got a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? And that's why he told Noy the other night, you know, if you want to take off, you don't want to work for a while, you ain't got to work. That right there showed me, this dude got a bank, man.
But it was me that didn't really have a problem with him not having no job. Because I said when the time comes, he going to step in there.
Did.
Go rewind the tape. I went hard like y'all was like, he ain't got no money, he ain't got no job. He living in his car. Then y'all done swayed me and got me over there. Something. Yeah, he living in his car.
See, you can't break like that, man.
Don't go,
y'all. When you got a belief and when you have a point, stick with your point. Don't let nobody sway you.
It was.
Yeah, you got swayed.
Yeah, even the show swayed.
No, you can't get. That's why the other video. You know what video I'm talking about? The other show we talking about. Huntsville.
What about it?
I don't let them people sway me.
So anyway, Keisha asked Steve about, you know, as far as money. She asked Noy what money does she need to see to make her feel comfortable. And so she asked Steve the question as far, he said, well, you know, I don't know, you know, what she said, maybe what?
He said from zero to a few $100,000, a few thousand, something like that. And Keisha said, well, she just said 40.
40,000. Hey. She said, see, girl, I told you, girl, 40,000 good, girl. You is good.
Oh, Steve said 40,000? She ain't got to worry about it. Ooh, Steve. Hey, you watching this? Let me hold 5,000, man.
Look, Steve should have been on Millionaire Matchmaker, honey.
Let me hold 5,000, man. Hey, man, I can work for you, man.
Because, some people. What can you do?
Ooh, no confidence in your husband.
I can do tech work.
I can do something.
What, baby?
I can plug the laptop up in the wall. I can be your social media handler. I can go on the social media. Every time she posts on the social media, I say, hey, Steve, she posts. That's what I do.
So, let's see. They showed clips of Lindsay fussing at Mark.
That's nothing new.
Mark said, it seems like with Lindsay, she will create confusion. And when he pulled back, then she said, you're not consistent. So, that's basically what he feel like when she keeps saying you're not consistent, where it come from.
Once again, a communication problem. Okay. they have to work on their communication, okay? Especially Lindsay. She's going to have to work on it.
So they also showed clips of them having a good conversation. And you just want to aggravate me, put your leg on me. You already touched my breast that time.
I ain't touch your breast. Oh!
Well, you did like that.
I didn't hit you that hard, man.
Not that hard, but you was like, I said he's trying to get
You know what,
a
man? I always said you kind of rough around the edges, you know what I'm saying? I said, baby.
My edges are straight.
Not joke that way. I'm just saying. You know how somebody you said, man, rub my back real soft, you know? And here she go.
I'm heavy-handed.
She heavy-handed, man. She don't know her own strength.
So they showed the clips of them having a good conversation. Mark said that they had a good conversation. Actually, they had a breakthrough at that moment. They didn't show it. And it was really good for them. So, yeah. I think he felt like after that, they was be on a better path.
Oh, yeah, we'll find out next week.
When she rolled up out that car.
Some people say, oh, she is throwing up. Throwing up on what? Drinking alcohol? She had a hangover?
And the way she was on that stretcher, she was totally weak. Wake up, Lindsay, wake up. And the cameras, they had to be in there too. They wanted to film it all.
They got a ground level too.
they got a little far back from her because you can see more of her body. So anyway,
oh man.
Keisha said, "Oh, I know you." She was throwing some shade and started looking crazy. Keisha said, "Oh, I know you are good at showing tough love. So what would you say?" And then on that part, he looked crazy. So he loved to be talking about him and Lindsay was on that roof, on that roof, always on that roof talking. So he said, like I said, I tell Lindsay all the time, when we're on the roof talking, that you can't come off aggressive like that. Like she speaks very aggressive and stuff.
And when those words came out of Elijah Wan's mouth,
true.
I'm saying to myself, does he take his own advice?
Yeah.
Cause he does that to Katina all the time, especially when he gets in his feelings, man. Yeah. So maybe he needs to take his advice he given Lindsay and apply it to himself. And maybe Katina won't be looking like she a hostage, when she on that confession. Blink twice, Lindsay. Katina, blink twice. What? Once again, where's a guy frame at?
Yeah, It used to be that the experts would come in more. They have removed themselves more. We don't see them being filmed more. We hear them saying, yeah, we see everything. We know this, we heard this, and all that stuff. And then it used to be that we would see a little bit more friends. So maybe they're going to add more friends. But yeah, honey, they didn't control, alt, deleted him right up out of here. So anyway, let's move on to the part that Steve said. They showed clips of O and his meeting with Dr. Pepper. Oh, I had wrote down what Steve said because you were saying Steve said some good stuff when it came to they was talking about what's the word, Lindsay and her conversation. Mm. Yeah, but you were saying Steve said some good stuff. He should have been one of the experts.
Yeah. Like you can see throughout the season that Steve is getting more and more confidence, speaking out about certain things. And he's been, they putting more of an emphasis on putting the camera on more. And, when he was on the after party this past week, he was speaking with knowledge. I
think Steve like to have a good time. See, when they came back from commercial, he was like, whatever music they were playing, he was getting crunk.
I think Steve still is a frat party rich boy. I think he is.
Really?
Yeah, I think he will party. But he had his own business,
I think he had a place in his life where he enjoying life.
Exactly. That's why I think he took that time off and went traveling.
Yep. And now you want to get married.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now you want to get married. And some people do that. They want to get all this stuff out the way first, then want to settle down.
So they showed the clips with O meeting with Dr. Pepper, and he said with he even when they showed that clip, even when he was talking to Keisha, he seemed to get a little in his throat.
Yeah, you would get a little irritated, a little flustered.
Yeah, and he was saying you got to realize both of us are married strangers, and he felt that with Dr. Pepper was saying that she was saying stuff from third-party information like she heard, and he felt attacked in that moment. Like, don't come to me with what you heard. You know what I'm saying? Sit down and talk to me and say, okay, well, I noticed these are the issues, yada, 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 and we need to work on this. But don't come to me and say, I heard. She an expert, honey. She can come to you and say she heard.
Yeah.
And probably saw.
I really don't think Olajuwon like to be kind of criticized, per se, especially by a woman. So he feels like you said once before, he feels like a woman is beneath him. I hate to say it that way, but that's his action. His actions just shows that. And he should have took Dr. Pepper's advice and took it in stride. He didn't have to. He challenged her. Then he challenged what's the name, Dr. V. So yeah,
challenge Katina.
All they trying to do is help. I understand you don't want to go by hearsay, but they going by hearsay because they are so-called experts. So they try and gather all this information up and come to you with it.
Yep.
And instead of you sitting back and listening to it and giving me your side of the story, which you probably could have, you attacked Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
So that kind of shut that conversation down. Now Dr. Pepper going to be on the defense. So maybe you should have listened and said, "Hey, I hear Dr. Pepper. This was really happening."
Yeah.
And it's yada 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 yada, and y'all could have came to terms.
And then too, Dr. Pepper, she wasn't fazed by none of that stuff she said. But she probably done heard worse because she was just like,
yeah, she probably.
Now some people done will bag down or say something, or maybe get in her. Dr. Pepper kept that straight face. They asked Steve about as far as Steve said he may not. As far as Olajuwon and his attitude, as far as, when he get emotional and all that stuff, Steve said in the moment he may not realize what he's saying and doing, but once he come out of that, then, he does apologize and, and move on. So
there's still an issue with that, though, because if you continue that cycle, the other person gonna get tired of it. It's gonna beat them down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna snap at you, then I realize, then I'll come back and apologize. Next week, I'm gonna snap at you. Then I realize, and I come back and apologize. That's gonna get old, man. Yeah. So he needs to get that under control. And I understand what Steve's trying to say, but I don't buy that. A
lot of y'all are saying in the comments that Olajuwon is abusive or he seems abusive and stuff like that. I don't know if I go that far. He may be emotionally abusive, but I don't know.
And that's probably just as worse, man, because you can mess somebody's mind up. And oh baby, and you chew you out, then you go there crying, then you come back a day later, baby, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. The next week, now you back in the corner crying again, then baby, I'm sorry. That's abuse right there.
Yeah, but he did say that him and Katina, they have good conversation, like off camera and stuff like that, and they have really built a bond and a relationship. And I think that was Mark that was like, man, he loved his wife. Like, you can see it, you can feel it. He's very passionate about his wife. He really about his wife.
Well, some love can be dangerous. I'm gonna leave it at that.
So they showed clips of him talking. When he was running his mouth and Dr. Pepper came out, So Keisha said, what did you do? Yeah, because she had said, ooh, that face. Yeah. So Keisha said, what did you feel in that moment? He said, perfect. He said he felt perfect.
He wanted to confront Dr. Pepper in front of Katina and get his piece said.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Huh? Mm-hmm. So yeah, he wanted for them to see that his wife was not in agreement to what Dr. Pepper said and stuff. And so, of course, we ain't hearing them from Katina. So, they didn't show it to us.
Yeah, you probably won't. You know what I'm saying? She's probably too scared to speak up. So. She's probably handing Jasmine a note. Help me.
All right, you guys, that's all we got. It wasn't much for the after party, but we just came to show off a t-shirt. So, anyway. All right, you guys, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. As we say at the end of every video, don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
Always put God first.
Hold up. Don't forget we got a Patreon coming. So coming soon, y'all going to get clips like, well, y'all didn't see our bloopers and stuff. We're going to get clips of our bloopers, and we're just going to have some good sit-down live conversation and talk, okay? And different stuff, but yeah. And y'all will find out what's going on with us as far as KOED and stuff like that and what's coming up.
Yeah, that's right. Get that picture on. We're gonna get it up for you guys, and y'all gonna get all the behind the scenes action that's going on, all the drama going on. You know how I be in the streets and stuff. You know, the action, the drama. You know, all of that, man. It's gonna blow any reality TV out the water. There's gonna be so much drama and action going on.
All right, deuces.